The Canadian Mafia controls every pond in Norman with an iron grip. If you happen to run across them, there's only one way to guarantee yourself safe passage.
Howdy. It's my protection money. I'm safe for another week.
Rumor has it that once a year, all of Canada comes together in a big ritual to channel all of their aggression and anger into these birds. And then they send them down south to hiss at us and peck at our ankles. I ran away from the mob and set up at the distant signal to South Norman, which sits just north of Lindsay Street. I had a whole Friday evening to kill, and so what better way to spend it than sitting by myself and watching trains go by for hours on end. BNSF runs high rail trucks to inspect the line once or twice a week. When this guy's out, trains generally aren't. And since he had the main, I guessed I was out of luck for the next hour or two, but it only took 20 minutes for the action to start back up. He was super short, only 30 cars long. In less than 5 minutes, the signal was lined for another northbound, this one directed into the siding a mile ahead. I could still see the tail end of the first train by the time the next headlight came around the bend to the south. Another auto rack, about 30 cars long. I still don't know what was going on up there at the siding, but something tells me that these were two halves of the same train. Heck, the meat could have been these two trains assembling into one. Too bad I wasn't further up north to see what happened. After the auto racks danced their tango at the siding, the next freight through was southbound, one of the daily Z's. I like to think that they call them Z trains on BNSF because they're so boring that they'll put you to sleep. Things took a break for an hour, and I moved downtown for my next catch. There's a neat half-underground building near the police station that makes a nice elevated vantage point. Next train was more intermodal, but this time with a little bit of a twist.
This looks like a lower priority move than the usual stack trains we see on the Red Rock sub. BNSF uses 4 different letter designations for their intermodal service levels: Z, Q, P, and S, in that order. Since I don't see any Swift, UPS, or JB Hunt containers, and they only bothered to give it 1 locomotive, I'm assuming this is an S train, probably a reroute from somewhere.
The Heartland Flyer usually leaves a dead spot in activity after 8 o'clock, but not today. It was almost 8:30 when this southbound showed up, just 15 minutes before Amtrak's scheduled time. I called Julie, and she told me why the grain loads had the green.
Train 822 was originally scheduled to stop at Norman, Oklahoma, today at 8:48 p.m. It is now estimated to arrive at 9:51 p.m., 1 hour and 3 minutes late, and depart at 9:52 p.m., 1 hour and 4 minutes late. However, trains can make up or lose time en route. You may want to check back for an updated report. To hear that again, say repeat that. Otherwise, say get details, start over, or if you're done, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you for calling Amtrak. Goodbye.
It was after 10 when the Flyer finally showed up. that would explain the delay. Engine trouble with the usual P-42 left the train stranded down south, so BNSF had to loan an engine to get the train over the road. And so the Heartland Flyer ran nearly 2 hours late. I was going to call it quits after Amtrak, but the signal lit again, and so I waited on that last train to come through. Another Z train. What a shocker. Thanks for stopping by, friends. We'll see you next time.